Yeah. What's going on over there? Weebanese language. Ooh, who is this girl? Unforgivable. This is unforgivable. Do you understand what I'm saying? This movie is late. It's the same level of bad as if the plane had arrived late. But the movie... What? I will not talk to you anymore. You are just wasting my time. What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there's no emergency, please return to your seat, sir. Do not tell me what to do. I need not to sit down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove your innocence yet? If you would like that to prove my innocence to you right now. What nonsense! You're saying that my eyewitness testimony is mistaken? Hell yeah, because you're stupid. Not mistaken, merely there is room for doubt. I would be most honored if you tell me you saw in detail once more. Fine, suit yourself. What I saw. I'm certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles in my pocket watch pointed to 6 and 12. The body was discovered 50 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? And you are the only person at that time must be the criminal. Oh my god. Mr. LeBlanc's conclusions seem to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of murder was me. So my eyewitness testimony, if you seek and destroy it, then come let me see. Hurry! Do I look like a man who's having the time to wait for you? He's throwing a fucking finger gun at me. Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must finally discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow fast. By pressing everything...
Hold it!
Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at the time? Of course, I saw what I saw what was inside. And you're sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes, the only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man. This last outburst is a bit too important to let go.
Hold it!
Was he really alone? Of course, I will even bet 1 cent. A cheap ante for a cheap testimony. If that's how you want to play it, then I'll happily take your 1 cent. Technically, I know where to present.
Hold it!
I assume that the pocket watch in this case is the one you keep checking, is that correct? Oh, you notice? It is a very expensive antique, I will have you know. My feeling is wonderful when I fully wind it up by the hand. It does look very well designed and quite classy. I will have to charge you if you want to touch it. That's quite alright. Let's just continue with your testimony. What a cheap man you are. You returned to the time you wasted back to me. And if we must, I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator at 6 o'clock.
Hold it!
15 minutes. It's true that I followed the victim's body at 6:15. That's when I found the two of them as well. You see, it all matches with my testimony.
Hold it!
That is the most mistaken way of thinking I've ever heard of. No, your silly opinion is what is mistaken. Please calm down, the both of you. In a sense, you are both mistaken. But if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what is. I spy a little hole in his words. As if you wish, Mr. LeBlanc, I will now show you proof of my innocence. Okay, then. I think I have to present on probably the last one. It's the footprints, no? Yeah.
Objection!
Oh, fuck. Mr. LeBlanc, your tender contradicts this piece of evidence. Ah, yes, from the old word contradictus. Oh, so you are correct, but what does this have to do with our present situation? The word compromise the parts against and speak. I dare say no, they would double talk. My already dealings are clean. Well, that's all well and good, but however, this piece of advice, there's no value in that. I'm not interested in buying that from you. Ugh, there's plenty of value in it, even just superficially. Fucking A, let me load again. Okay. Maybe it's not this one. Maybe it's not this one. Maybe it's the second one. I know it's the grape juice thing.
Objection!
Right here, there we go. Mr. LeBlanc, what is it? There is a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There, look at the spilled grape juice. Yes, and would you admit you also spill it with blood? No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. Footprints? Yes, the ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. Oomph! There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? That's subject Weebly's language! Can you please translate that for us? Oh, hello! She has... Why does this attendant have eyes and boobs? Whoa, hello there. Not that I don't mind, of course, but... No way, that's totally impossible. I guess is what he said. No way, that is totally impossible. I know there was no other person in there. I saw it with my own eyes. If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. I suppose she's right, but he doesn't seem to be lying. But then what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, will you please just once more recall the details of what you witnessed for me? Yeah. Okay. I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me. I saw more clearly into the elevator he was entering. I swear there was no one else inside. No one. Mr. LeBlanc, if you would please calm down. What? Do you dare have the issue with my testimony? I mean, no, not at all. Please forget I said anything. Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. But I can't let this testimony stand as the truth.
Hold it!
So are you still upset now? I'm always upset. The only time I am not is when I have a piece of art in my hands. It is surprisingly easy to believe that about him. I was more upset when Mr. Hicks walked by me.
Hold it!
Why were you so attentive to the time? Because something unforgivable was happening. Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier. I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Now return back to me my time. In money, you will understand the point. Movie? Is he talking about one of those mentioned in the magazine? Somewhere at the plot at its start time, it seems. It starts at 6. The show's supposed to show licensed love, laugh, and maim and murder. You cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it at international flights. I look forward to that greatly to that movie. I check my pocket watch whenever possible so I will not miss it. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board. So my watch is not wrong. I matched the schedule. But the movie was still late. Very, very late. I feel like this is not relevant. Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if that's alright.
Hold it!
So this movie you mentioned is the one listed in the Sky magazine? Yes! I was so looking forward to watching License to Love. Okay. Teneiro, was this movie shown on this flight? Yes, it was shown at the scheduled time. Isn't it possible you simply slept through it by accident? Nonsense, you doubt me? No, I'll just now start pointing at me like that. Odd. How do you miss a movie that I was clearly hoping to see? I checked my pocket watch screen for a number of times and I didn't have much more for sure. I always set it to when I board the plane.
Hold it!
You're sure about what you testify, Mr. LeBlanc? Yes, of course, I'm very busy man. I'm busy when I land. I have many places to go, no time to waste. I just in my pocket watch. I see, that's a very valuable statement you just made. Flatter me all you want, you will not get 1 cent out of me. That's alright. I acquired this piece of testimony.
Hold it!
Since you only happened to see him, it's possible that you missed something at that glance. Even if I only happened, I did not miss a single thing. And how can you be so sure? Just because. I would appreciate it if you didn't mind take my life so simply with a simple just because. Well then, I was only making a joke. I saw Mr. Hicks, alright.
Hold it!
Is it possible that someone was hiding inside? What, you dare insult me? I have my beliefs in my eyesight. When I look for art to sell, I'm told often have great sight for the arts. I think the phrase you were looking for is great sense, but although that's debatable, isn't it possible that someone outside of your line of sight? You are very persistent, I tell you. I look clearly.
Hold it!
Why do you insist that you are absolutely not mistaken? Because when I say I'm not wrong, I am not wrong. Mr. LeBlanc, if I may, I think the misconception and mistakes lies the truth. Funny is that suspiciously mirrors something I told her only a little while ago. Honestly, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying. I don't think he's lying either. But I think he might be mistaken about something. Mistaken? And I'm going to correct this mistake recollection with evidence. And his professional attendant shall witness the prowess of a professional prosecutor. I'm gonna save again. I have a feeling I know what we have to present. Is it this? I think it's this, no? I think it's this thing. The Sky magazine.
Objection!
Yep, I knew it. Easy. Mr. LeBlanc, you said just now in your testimony. Yep. Now if your watch has been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination. Yes, and the correct time is worth 6 cents. Oh, I got the wrong time zone. I would like you to take a look at this. If you believe the Sky magazine, clocks this flight runs in accordance with the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Miss Teneiro, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now? We made a short stop at a transfer point. That's right. It was in that small Asian country, the Republic of Zhengfa. But we didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now we are still running Borganian time. Nani? The time difference between Borgania and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural that your watch will be out of sync with the schedule. What? Oh, that's ugly. Furthermore, your analog watch sets to our destination's time. It would appear that running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony. And you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior to 3 a.m. Yeah! My 1,000,000 cents! He's dead, sir. This should clear up all the remaining accusation. So basically widens the time frame for the time of death, right? Yes, because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. It means that the time of death could be anywhere between 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time? And what was he doing? I got something to say. And you are? Oh, yeah, oh my god. She looks, okay. In a way. I'm Cammy Meal. I'm a flight attendant. And what is it that you wish to say? Oh, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat by 5 a.m., you know. What? How can you be so sure of the time? Oh, that's right. He pushed the call button while we were parked at the transfer point. Ah, the stop we made for refueling the cargo transfer to Zhengfa, right? 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. Yes, from our 4 or 5 a.m. according to our clocks. And during that time, did any of the passengers leave or any new ones aboard this flight? No. Not a single person got off on on Zhengfa. What about the flight crew? Oh, the few of them were handling cargo transfer might have simply gotten on or off. But eventually, everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane. So basically, I can assume that no one left or gone since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind. Interesting. Yeah, and I answered this call. And I can tell you Mr. Ackby Hicks was there in his seat when he took off again at 5 a.m. Mr. Ackby Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. If we assume that testimony is relevant. Alright, then that puts the time of murder between 5 and 6:15 a.m. Okay, then what time did he come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth? I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Zhengfa. Oh shit! Oh no! You were here the whole time from the 5, yes? And you're the only one who could be the killer. Mr. Edgeworth, were you really here in this house the entire time from 5 a.m. onwards? Unfortunately, yes. Then how do we explain the footprints? Is that not obvious? This man waited for Mr. Hicks here in the lounge, waiting to kill him. Then he puts the corpse into the elevator, and that's when the turbulence happened. And the eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken. But what time I saw Mr. Hicks enter and the second floor does not matter, because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge. Everything happened in this lounge, huh? Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc? Do you have another idea? I simply feel there is something out of place in the scenario just presented. Is there something that ties this crime to a location other than this lounge? The cargo of the refuel.
Take that!
I don't need to hear your wide desperation, sir. Grasping for weeds is all I think how you say it, yes? I didn't mean to pull that piece out. It was simply a slip of the hand, I assure you. Oh, is it the Go-You shop?
Take that!
The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there, and is not displayed here on this lounge. How, then, did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious? Such a trivial point. It only means you prepared to take it from the shop first before coming here. It does not prove you are innocent at all. Is there no way to win this with this man? If I may. What is it? You see. Well, it's just Mr. Edgeworth says. And why do you know this so well? Well, it's just that piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it in my very own eyes. And when was this? It was maybe around 5:40 a.m. Isn't that just before we hit that patch of turbulence? Well, yeah, that's right. You were in the shop just before the turbulence. Yes, I was. Come to think of it. Teneiro, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door. Oh no! It's all leads pointing to her! Oh shit! Oh shit! That's not looking good for her. Yes, I did. And what is beyond that door? That's the flight attendant's room. And then you were on the first floor? Yes. I had to do something at the shop at the flight attendant's room. So I went up to the shop first and then to the flight attendant's room. Are you saying you passed by me at some point? Yes, you seem really into the issue of Sky Magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by. I was vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice who it was. Anyway, the piggy bank there was at the shop when I went there. Why did you go to the shop in the first place? I went there for a work-related matter. Work, you say? Yes, the upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Why did you not say anything about that until now? Was what I wanted to know. In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well. Shall we head over there then? Hold it. What is it now? Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhonda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. I've already asked him permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're alright. Huh? That's weird. What is? Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all. Teneiro? What's going on here? What is the meaning of this, Miss Teneiro? It means she's been lying. Go on, admit that you are. You said you had permission to search all over, but you don't. And yet here you are. Teneiro? What did... And you, flight attendant! What are you trying to do? Pull the sheep over us? The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way. Miss Teneiro, why would you do such a thing? But please excuse me. Sussy! Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would follow me, I'll be your guide from now on. There's something about Miss Teneiro that's piqued my curiosity. Right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority. This is not looking good whatsoever, huh? Because all the signs is now pointing to Teneiro as sus. She's the only one that saw the toy. Oh, I'm really mad. I better hurry and bring me some evidence. If you could just wait a little longer while we look into the shop. Don't number the birds before they are born. Don't number the... What? I have no idea what the hell he's trying to say. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, perhaps? All I've asked you is your patience and cooperation. Yes, Melee, about investigating the in-flight shop. You're of no use to me asleep. Wake up. Huh? Huh? What's up? I need you to come with me so I can search the shop. Go on ahead without me. I'll just catch up with you later. How has this woman not been fired yet? Mr. Edgeworth, that's the attendance room. Ah, yes, please excuse me. Simple mistake. You made a mistake, didn't you? Why don't you just come out and say it? That's exactly what I just said. I made a small mistake. Don't nod off while I'm talking. Weren't you going to an in-flight shop? Of course, I still fully intend to. Okay, well, the shop is over there. Don't forget now. Why are you looking at me like that for? Don't go do your investigation. Oh, there's dialogue here? These countertops tell me nothing. Not talking makes look. Okay. It's been written on the past. Blah blah blah. I think that's what they meant to write. Okay. I think my only concern is yeah, 50% off shop. If it's right there in the same floor, then doesn't that? Oh no, I'm looking at it right now. So this is the in-flight shop, huh? It's quite a mess in here. You think? I guess I'll have to clean things up then. Tee hee. Hold on, you can't clean up a potential crime scene. Oh, thank goodness. I hate cleaning so much. Most of the Russian things here. I must remain cool, calm, and collected. Who hired this girl as an attendant? But this piggy bank was left at the crime scene. Could this be the murder weapon? It's a very good chance that the killer had paid this place a visit. Alright. What are these? Oh, those are just our company completely original line of suitcases. They're practically flying out the door. That's just how popular they are. You should buy one, see how you like it. You won't regret it. Perhaps that's how things work on this flight, but in the real world, you try, then buy. No way, but either way, it doesn't really matter. True, either way, why would anyone buy a suitcase after they boarded the plane? That is so true. Anyway, you see that? Let's look at the Captain Uggle's head's painted all over there. Cute company mascot, isn't he? They're painted on with a lot of care. Doesn't he look like he's about to jump at you? It's certainly making something jump inside my stomach, at least. Huh, I guess there's no fooling your refined taste. What does that supposed to mean? You look like you really wanted to get one. And I thought I was going to finally make my first sale, but you saw right through it. Glad that's done, though. Never try to give me you a sales pitch ever again, okay? But I never showed any interest in it to begin with. Teehee, it really is pretty horrible, isn't it? You want to know something? That Skooky was designed by Miss Rhoda. Miss Teneiro designed this? Yeah, it was a company-wide contest. Well, it does have a very sharp design sense. Huh, sharp? More like stinky sharp cheddar, maybe. I really have no idea why the bigwig decided to go with it. It's so... bleh. Miss Teneiro designed this, did she? It's definitely not what I would have expected. Ah! What the fuck? You okay? I'm fine, but please watch yourself, Miss Mealy. Letting a suitcase freely roll around has got to be a safety violation. Plain shit can cause it to roll, and suitcase displays can be hazardous. That's gonna be important. Here, I'll put it back. I don't know much about this shop, but you can still ask me about whatever. So what do you think about what's happened regarding this case? Oh, I don't know. I guess you have to get a killer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I can assure you that I'm here in this shop to prove just the opposite. She looks so done and about to crash out. Yeah, it was on me that you got the permission to look around, but... you know. So don't forget that, okay? How am I supposed to thank you properly if you insist on falling asleep? Well, you know what, you really show your thanks. You see that item for sale over there? I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to make me do a bit my words of appreciation. Cell phone. Or the... Mr. Rhoda said that this piggy bank was in this shop, right? Don't you find her a tiny bit suspicious? I don't think that can say either way yet. There's not enough evidence to convince me that she was lying about anything back there. Are you sure about that? I'll put the cell phone. So what is that? Are you going to give it to me? Oh, but I'm not supposed to accept any presents. Unless they're really worth something. I wish we could present profiles, but I guess not, huh? Inside the display case is a robe or lightsaber and light vest for sale. We sell these a lot when there's some kind of accident or something, but some people buy them even when nothing's going on. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Care to buy one? I sense that this shop is one shopper away from being sued. Stuffed toys, just like Miss Mealy is holding on display here. They're relatively cheap, which explains why they're displayed so haphazardly. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? You know you want one, too. They're great for when you're stressed. Why would I envision stuffed animal abuse when she says that? The glass from this display case door is shattered all over the floor. It looks like there's nothing on display inside either. Wait, I actually think there is something here. Wait, what's this? A mini captain's hat. There's a wide selection of souvenirs for sale in these display cases. You know what I'd suggest? Sorry, but I have no intention of buying souvenirs on this trip. Okay then, how about you buy something for me then as a present? I can't think of a single reason why I want to buy you anything. But I had my eye on that pendant for such a long time. Try paying some attention to me then. When I ask you something, then we'll talk. That's everything, right? Brand merchandise in a display case. They're lined up in just such a manner to scream "Buy me" to any such passerbys. Alright, I think we're gonna have to put shit together one by one. Let me save real quick. The tiny captain's hat. Murder weapon, Captain Ugo. Is there any way for me to confirm? It's like, you know... Maybe I have to, like, connect them together. But what do I connect, though? That's the tough part, right? The murder weapon... Tiny captain's hat. Maybe they're connected somehow. The hat probably used to be on the piggy bank's head. Let's go give it a go and see. I believe this piggy bank is forcibly removed from this display case. I didn't realize it was that small, but okay. Does this mean that the killer broke into the glass to get at it? Cobra must have shattered the display glass case to take it. Eh, really? No, don't tell me you don't know what things go where in this shop, huh? Well, I don't. Mr. Rhoda's in charge of this place. Now come now, how should I know anything? I sense that further inspection of display case is needed. I think I have to agree with there. Glass in this door is broken. Perhaps it was the killer who broke it in order to take the piggy bank? But it's a bit odd that the inside of this case is so devoid of glass shards. Plus, broke rather clean. Ah! What is it? I touched the glass and it cut my finger. It hurts, Mr. Edgeworth, if it hurts. Please tell me you dealt with a minor cut on your own. Is this the same man who was one portrayed by the statues around the elevator? Yeah, it's a paperweight of the founder Go-You Airlines, Mr. Hugh Ogo Hughes. On the bottom shelf we have the cute one, the middle one shelf is the realistic one. And on the top shelf, that's the floral version. The floral version? Are you sure about that? Let me guess, you just said the first thing that came to your mind, right? Looks like it hit the bullseye. Go-You Airlines related books line on this shelf. The history of Go-You Airlines, the future of Go-You Airlines, the 7 wonders of Go-You, the fight on Go-You Airlines, working name Go-You Airlines. You Go-You! The titles make it very clear that you won't be making the top sellers list anytime soon. I think I'm gonna deduce something here. Yeah, because this is the
Eureka!
piggy bank. There is definitely something unusual about this. About what? If the killer had broken the glass to get to Captain Ugo Bank, then there should be shards of glass inside the case itself. Ooh, I see. I guess it'd be like that. However, there's not a single piece of glass inside the display case. Nope, no, there isn't. Which means that the glass was broken from the inside out. The piggy bank must have fallen over the turbulence right through the glass. Yeah, that's for sure. There's so much glass over the floor. I'm willing to bet that this hat was knocked off his head at that time, too. Eh? That's nice. Which leads me to believe that the killer took Captain Ugo Bank up here after the turbulence. The plane shook so much that it made a huge mess of the shop. Okay. Now take your power naps on your own time, Miss Mealy, and listen when I'm talking. But the murder occurred before the turbulence, which rules this piggy bank out as the murder weapon. So you mean that the bank's not the real murder weapon, so it's a fake? Yes, at this point there's a real very possibility. But then what if the killer went to take Captain Ugo? They broke the glass by accident? The display case is locked, so it's very highly unlikely. Yeah, but there's one person who could've. Oh, and you know who would that be? Miss Rhoda, of course. I mean, she's the one in charge of this place, so she has the keys to everything. Miss Rhoda Teneiro, huh? I don't know about that, but okay. About the shop. I cut my finger on those bad pieces of glass. Don't blame the glass for something you did to yourself, just be more careful. Same to you, but you're the one walking over the broken glass. Are you sure you're okay? I'm fine. Any glass I walk on, I crush like this. I don't know if you're supposed to, like, motivate yourself, but okay. Oh, that's nice. Please be careful around the display case, okay? Wouldn't want you to get hurt. Compared to the glass around my feet, the inside of this case is nothing to be afraid of. After all, no glass fragments appear to have ended up inside. And I guess you can even tidy the case up, right? Perish the thought. I think we have to connect something. Maybe the turbulence broke his glasses. If I'm right, I'm right. Aw. Fucking me. Let me like fucking save again. I don't want to lose more HP, honestly. Okay, turbulence and suitcases. Yes, there's definitely something wrong here. What's with the sudden yelling? Tell me, Miss Mealy, don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases? Oh, well, sure, they totally ooze strange like the color and the such. That's not what I'm talking about, now pay attention. So you're scaring me, Mr. Edgeworth? Sorry. Ahem, these suitcases are aligned a bit too prim and proper. Yeah, they look a bit uptight, don't they? Oh, they probably moved it after the turbulence. I guess they take after their creator, hee. Again, that's not what I meant, Miss Mealy. Don't you find it unusual that these cases are only things just undisturbed by the turbulence? Never mind, I'd soon rather find an answer by inspecting these suitcases myself. Upon closer examination, they're really quite hideous. Tee-hee. I wonder how Miss Rhoda would react if she heard what you just said. What's wrong? She makes a good point. It would be wise of me to watch what I say out loud. What's this? I spotted something that's not quite right. So unusual about the suitcase. Wait. This thing. Why is there a stop area?
Take that!
This is what's so odd. I don't think that's strange at all. Well, maybe not to that extent. Ahem. Are you sure I'm not looking things correctly?
Take that!
About this way as in, there are no stoppers in place on these. Without stoppers, one would think that the turbines would have sent it flying. And it's so very likely that the suitcase was placed here after we hit that turbulence. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? This was apparently designed by Miss Teneiro herself. The design has a very certain je ne sais quoi about it. Ooh, they actually use the word je ne sais quoi. That's cool. Yes, that perhaps is the best way to put it. What's this? The wheel is completely covered in something. This color in it appears to be the substance in question is grape juice. But why would there be grape juice on the wheel of a suitcase? There's grape juice on the suitcase? I need to open it. It appeared to be unlocked. Let's take a look at it. What's inside? A piece of cloth. And it's soaked with blood. Huh? It's blood. It appears that this suitcase is very strongly tied to our murder after all. Uh-oh. And our HP is restored. So explain this to me. What does this suitcase have to do with the murder? I believe it's pretty safe to assume that the killer used the suitcase in some manner. Such as to move something, perhaps? But aren't you just talking about the clothes, then? That alone is too small. A larger item would be needed to move what I'm thinking of. The thing I believe that the killer used the suitcase to transport is... Is it the footprints? I think it's the footprints, no? Huh. I'm trying to think right now. They were trying to transport... What were they trying to transport, actually? I think the thing? Piggy bank?
Take that!
Miss Mealy, wake up! Huh? Did you say something just now, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean, I don't know, but I don't think that's it. Oh, this? No, I was just seeing if you were awake. My real explanation begins now. Oh my god. Is she really that asleep? I believe the killer used Suzuki to transport is... No. Could it... the body? Could it just be the... I think it's the body. I think it is the body.
Take that!
Something that would fit inside a suitcase is also covered in blood. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it? Rhoda is sus. Bloody cloth. Soiled by blood. But... In light of this, I'd say Mr. Hicks was moved into the elevator from someplace else. Which means the murder was committed in an entirely different location. So you're saying that after moving the body into the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase in here and just left it? Exactly. What is it? No, nothing. It's just that... I was thinking about what Mr. Rhoda said about coming here for something. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I wanted to give you a bit more time, but I'm afraid I wasn't able to convince the captain. I'm very sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. The captain feels that he has allowed you ample time. Just that he appreciate it if you could wrap it up here and return to your seat. I understand the sentience. However, if I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, the crime scene may be contaminated by the time we land. If I must stop, then I should be allowed to oversee the preservation of 2 sites. Under your supervision, of course. If that's your only condition, I believe we can only accommodate your wishes. I'm here to assist you in any way I can, Mr. Edgeworth. Sounds like fun. We can camp out and watch over everything together. I found proof that the real crime scene was not the lounge. And I have enough evidence to prove myself to be innocent of any wrongdoing. But however, and yet regarding what Miss Mealy reminded me about Miss Teneiro, I cannot allow my investigation to end here. The truth must come to light. To be continued, huh? I see. Alright then. I think that's gonna be it for about today's episode. And it was very long for like a part 1. Alright, anyway, for the beginning, I guess I'll see you guys all next time as we do the middle airport arrival.